First of all, I got to apologize. You did a great job. It just, and I couldn't articulate what exactly was on my mind. But I'm going to run a couple of things at you, and you tell me if I'm right or wrong.
Jason, can I just say something real quick? I'm sorry to interrupt
you.
So Jason called in yesterday, and we were talking about hundreds of black students that were upset at two white MAGA morons on campus holding up, anti-DEI signs. And Jason felt like, he came from, I don't know what it's like to be black. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I do. What I do is I try to listen to people like Jason, right? And Jason, I am not discounting your opinion or the way you feel in any way, shape, or form. I hope you know that, and I hope you know that I am on your side. That's what I wanted to say.
No, I truly know that. But just to say, because coming from New York and being an alpha male, if somebody walked in my face and put something to try to agitate me back in the days before I found Christ, that would be a bad situation. I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what I'm trying to express is 18, 19-year-olds. When I was 19 years old, especially coming from where I came from, if you stepped on my sneaker, I would beat you to death. You feel what I'm saying? But I digress on that because it's not really that important.
Yeah. I
just want to say three things, and you tell me what you think. Number one, MAGA has that murderous spirit. That's why they don't mind people dying and all that. I was looking at history. When Jack Johnson, the heavyweight champion in 1929, every time he won, the white mob would go and I'm talking not just one city, across America, and start going into black neighborhoods and murdering people. That's number one. Number two, in 1929, 28, and the 20s, there was Republican House, Republican Senate, Republican President. You know what they got us? The Depression. That's what I'm fearing the most. They're going to create a depression. That's what they're looking for, so they can give all the rich everything and then look at poor and make them squabble. Like, I forgot that Christmas show where the boy was like, more porridge for me, please, sir. So that's what they're really looking for. Yeah. And last but not least, the Democrats I understand they're fighting, but they're fighting with their arms behind their back. Only two, to me, there's only two Democrats that I really believe in that are really fighting. AOC and Jasmine Crockett. Everybody else is feckless and
okay. So hold on. So Jason, in general terms, I tend to agree with you that a lot of the Democrats are feckless. However, in this situation, I will give Hakeem Jeffries and Democrat leadership some credit because they are not caving. They are not caving. So I do give them some credit here, as long as they don't cave. Which they can't, and I feel horrible for the people that are not getting paychecks. I feel horrible for the people, that are not getting paid. But I will give some of the Democrats, Jason, some credit there for what Hakeem Jeffries is doing, and I appreciate the call. Yep.
I love Jason's sharing some of the history there because, before I was raised, when I was in the evangelical right, we were intentionally uninformed and undereducated on anything about Black history. And on my own, when I started researching more and more and more and diving into the community and their stories and narratives, you saw, just like he said, back when that heavyweight champion would win, the whole Black community was punished for it. And all the systemic racism that is happening today none of it is new. And none of it is circumstantial. None of it is random one-offs. This is systemic. This is historical. This has been it from the beginning of the founding of this country is born from slavery and oppression. And it's I love when people are willing to listen to history, not just see the whitewashed version and see today as random. There's no random happening. This is the direct result of how this country was set up.
I agree. Well said. Let's go to Dave. Dave is next up on PTL. Hey, Dave, what's going on? Hi, Dave. Go right ahead.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Brian.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Look, I am just so cringing. And I'm going to be 61 on November 7th. All right. Let's just get it out there. So I've been on this earth since 64 and I've seen a lot of stuff that's been going on, and I'm getting really pissed off that some of these idiots, the Republican voters who are doing the same damn thing every single election, when we try to do good for the people, when we hire these people in government, you're there to take care of the people, yes. not your damn wallet, not your damn corporations. You are not there to be taking taxpayer dollars and filling your pocket and filling your wallet. That is not what we vote you for. Mm-hmm. And all these stupid Republicans who think that the Republicans are going to do good for you, well, they're lying out of their ass. And I'm getting sick and tired that Barack Obama, who did all this work for the Affordable Care Act, you know how long it took that to happen? 50 years. 50 years. And 40,000 people without the Affordable Care Act, 40,000 people were dying each year without the Affordable Care Act. But now it's doing some good, to help
doing a lot of good. A lot of good.
A lot of good. And my point, what I'm trying to make is this: when you get people like the Republicans who are trying to mess up this Affordable Care Act, which you want to call Obamacare, if you want to call it that, then you know what you're doing? You're basically putting back all these people that are on the Affordable Care Act back in the streets without no Medicare, without no Medicaid.
You're right, but yet they claim they don't want homeless people.
We have to start all over.
They claim they don't want.
We have to start all over.
Here's how stupid. And by the way, I completely agree with everything you said. Here, I am too. I love you. I love your call. Here's how stupid these MAGA Republicans are. They want to take medical benefits away from Americans. Now, I'm not even talking about undocumented immigrants right now. When you take Medicaid away from people in this country that are suffering, what's going to happen? They don't get their medication. They're going to get sick. What happens? You're going to go to the hospital. Who pays that bill? It's going to cost the American people more money if you take Medicaid away from millions of Americans, which is, by the way, what's going to happen in this big and awful bill. It's going to cost the American taxpayer more money, not less. I hate to say it, like these people are either going to lose their lives or they're going to get very sick and they're going to have to go to the emergency room.
And they'll end up on the streets, like as you get buried in medical debt that you cannot pay, and you can't go to work because you're so sick, you're not getting the medical care. That it's a horrific cycle that ends with nothing good. And it is more expensive in the end than if we properly take care of our people.
No doubt.